Well, welcome back to more Skies of Arcadia. Today, we are set to start exploring Mount Kaizai. Oh, and I'm also apparently now Vice the Dashing, so that's pretty cool. Real quick, how many Cham do I actually have? If I can find them. Okay, I've got 2 Cham. I've got 4 Cham. If I use those, I can probably evolve Cupel again. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, just as I thought, he's not going to let me do that because I have the Aberrant Chams in him. Well, let's just feed him a Chom. Get him to spit everything back out. Got 20 Cham, so let's just feed him. Get him to Cupel Blade, Cupel Cone, Cupel Sword, Cupel Star, Cupel Cutlass, and Cupel Spear. Alright. And then, wherever they are, is there... Nope, that exits the menu altogether. I was just trying to see if there was a way to, like, sort this. Sort my items a bit here. But I guess not. I won't worry about it then. Alright. So from Cupel Spear, we'll go to back to Cupel Claymore. And... Oh! It actually doesn't go further. Interesting. Alright, well, fair enough. That's... Sure, whatever. Well, while we are here, we will have 1 new Moonfish and 1 new Cham that we can find. I should also heal up a little bit. Enrique's hurting just a touch. There we go. Everyone's in a little bit better point here. Turns out, kind of wasted that Chom, but that's okay. I can buy more if I want them. Turn my map back on here. Now, Mount Kaizai is a big place. But if you go through it systematically, it's not that bad. So we'll just kind of pole dance our way down here. Here we go. And as the dude mentioned earlier, there are going to be a lot of underwater segments. Now, while we're underwater, we move a little bit more slowly, but you cannot encounter enemies underwater. They just don't show up. Which is pretty lucky, because I don't think we can really swing our weapons like this. It's not like Final Fantasy X, where you're fighting underwater all the time. But we can just keep going here. So far, pretty linear. You can kind of see that there is a way back, according to the map there earlier. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Okay, so we've got a couple new enemies as well as some more Go Loopers. I think we can probably just Lambda Burst them out of here. Let's target down these Go Loopers as well, see if we can take them out. Luckily, we also have a first strike. Let's see. Okay, so that is actually not quite strong enough to take everyone out in one hit. But we did get a Go Looper, so that's pretty good. Alright, well, tell you what, since we have 12 SP, let's go ahead and show off Omega Psycho. I don't think it's going to do anything to the Go Looper, and this guy's just going to run away. Oh, but we got him anyway, so there we go. Alright, so let's show it off. Her final move. I feel like you could have just done that last part there and probably would have been fine. A little overly cinematic there, don't you think, Aika? But whatever.
That was fun.
She's even got the red currently using the red moonstone, so that works even better. Oh, her will went up a lot in that level. Sweet, I'll take it. Alright, so we've got these little switches here. If we look down, we'll see we've got a pool of water that we can't really reach at the moment. That's okay. Not a whole lot else to see here. We do have that, we can see that we've got the moonfish up there, but we can't really reach it at the moment. But if we hit these switches, looks like some sort of switch. Well, go ahead and press it then. There we go. That will cause some water to come through. So we can slowly start to fill this place up. Alright, well let's run around to this side here. Like I said before, there's going to be another cham here we can get as well, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. We already know now where the, what am I thinking? Where the other moonfish is, so that one won't be too hard to find. You're just gonna run away. Well, we're guaranteed to take this guy out now, because Vice is gonna use a Cutlass Fury eventually. Here we go. And now that Ica does have her last move, I probably should be using her for all of her healing, because I can just restore her MP anytime I have 10 spirit just sitting around. Alright, well, let's keep going here. I guess I'll come down this way just to make sure there's nothing there, just because I like filling out the map. Mount Kaizai is a big dungeon, so I do expect this to take 2 episodes to finish, but we'll get as far as we can in this one. Okay, so this is a big room. This is a very big room. We're going to have a whole bunch of different spots here where we can jump down into the water. Some of these jump down points will have items underneath them, and some of them won't. I wonder if with that level up, if she's now strong enough to take out the krill beasts. She might be. Yes. Alright, cool. So that level up did just boost it just enough to be able to take out the krill beasts. So that's pretty sweet. Alright. So, just so I can keep track of which ones I've gone in and which ones I haven't, I'm going to take this extremely systematically. Alright, so this one just pops us right down here. Doesn't lead to anything useful. As we can see, this is kind of just the bottom section. All you can do from down here is just find the exit. Now some of these are going to have items on them, some of them are going to have cool things, so you're going to want to get on them. I'm going to probably get on all of them just to make sure I don't miss anything, especially since I'm trying to get that highest possible ranking for Swashbuckler, which usually the thing that will prevent you from getting that is not finding all of the treasures. If you miss even a single one, you're not going to get it. And unfortunately, at least as far as I remember, there's no way of figuring out which one you missed. And there's a number of places you can't go back to after you finish them. Alright, well, we tried the one up top, let's just try this one. Let's see if there's anything down here to see. The answer is nope. Alright, well, I'll go back to that little exit portion then. Alright, well, since we're here, let's go ahead and take this one. See where it'll take me. Once again, nowhere useful. Alright, well, let's go back up to the top then. Okay, so let's wrap around over this side. See what new enemies they have for me this time. Alright, nothing new, just some Krill Beasts. Yep, just some Krill Beasts. We know that we can take these guys out with a Lambda Burst, so we'll just burst them down. Now, one thing to note, when you're underwater there, you can just kind of run around the underwater section, figure out where you really need to go, and infer from there. I'm taking all of these routes because I want to. You don't really need to, though. If you pay attention, you can kind of figure out where you need to be. Clearly, I have taken all of the absolute wrong routes, but if you use first person and kind of pay attention, you can figure out which ones you actually need to take. I'm not going to worry about that, because I'm just planning to take them all, because I like filling out the map. But that's probably a more efficient way to do things, is just figure out which one you need and just go for it. Alright. So let's start taking some of these inside portions now. We can go and grab this guy. We've taken that one, so let's just take this one now. And this one will actually drop us on top of one of these top platforms. Whether there's anything up here... Oh, actually, this is the one we needed. Cool. Because it'll just wrap us over here. And if we look, we can see that the rest of them don't really look like they have anything of note on them. Probably not even worth exploring. I will do so anyway, just because I like to. But if you're playing along at home, this is probably the only one you really actually need to take. I will go ahead and just explore the rest of them real quick. And I'll let you know if I find anything. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it too much, and I'll just meet you guys back at the top here. Alright, so I went and explored all the rest of them. There really wasn't anything to see, as I kind of expected. I do think that this little room you can see on the map right above us here is actually showing that switch down below. Don't be confused by that, though. You can't reach it by just going through this guide right next to us. The only one of these paths that's actually worth taking is the one that leads to this switch, which future me can kind of circle on the map down there in editing. But we can go ahead and just boogie on out of here, because we found what we need to find on this pathway, and we can go ahead and take some other paths after we deal with some enemies. Now, like I said, Mount Kaizai is a very big dungeon. I'm actually now thinking through just how big it is, and I wouldn't be horribly surprised if it ends up actually being a 3-parter. I'm gonna try and make it a 2-parter, but we'll see. We'll see how that ends up working out. I think what I might do is kind of take this like I did with some of the series I did with Tim, where instead of having an intro and outro between each episode, I'll just run through the whole dungeon, and then future me can split it up as he sees fit into different parts. I know I've done that sort of format in a lot of dungeon crawlers that I've played with Tim before, and it worked out pretty well. So I think that'll work pretty well in this case as well. So you should probably continue being on red, because that's kind of what you need. Fina, I've already switched over to yellow, so she can keep doing that. You should stay on silver, because that's what you need as well. Alright, cool. So everyone can actually just kind of stay where they are. I already went up through there, so let's go around this side. See what there is to see. What do you got for me this time? Oh, just some loopers. Okay, that's real easy to take care of. I already know how to deal with this enemy composition. One of the rest of my crew can usually hit one of these guys, and then Vice can KO one of them with Cutlass Fury, no problem. Let's see if Fina can get the kill. Indeed. Alright, cool.
We did it!
Alright. Go up a rank in silver. Not bad. Eternus is a much stronger insta-kill. Instead of having, I believe it's a quarter chance, is the regular one. Eternus has a 50% chance of insta-kill. Or, I think that's how that works anyway. Alright, so this room is a little interesting. We're going to be doing more water puzzles. Welcome to Mount Kaizai. Welcome to the lands under the blue moon. If you weren't expecting water puzzles, I don't know what you were expecting. You know what? I don't actually need to target any of the rest of you because Fina's Lunar Winds can take out all of these guys. There we go. Can't take them out with a Lambda Burst because it's fire element, or red element, but Lunar Winds will work. I don't actually know if Lunar Winds is a blue element or if it's just silver. Silver isn't resisted by anything, but it's also not strong against anything. Weirdly enough, I can't actually walk across this. It is considered a barrier. Why? I have no idea, but it is. I'm just filling out the map at this point. There we go. Alright, so we'll... Actually, there was one little corner left over there. Might as well go grab it since I'm filling out the map anyway. Pretty sure it would get filled out when I eventually go across that little walkway. And I don't think you actually can fully fill out the map in this room. Just because of the way the pathing works. But that's okay. Oh, that... You know what? That encounter actually went just about as well as it could have. That was pretty much the perfect turn order. Take out the Krill Hound right away, and... or Krill Beast, I guess. And then Lunar Winds the rest of them out. Cool. Because I don't know if Lunar Winds actually would have taken out the Krill Beast. Oh, maybe I can't get over here. Oh, okay, whatever. I got one more square, sure, whatever. We'll go ahead and hit this switch. Which, at this point, I'm assuming you know what will happen. We'll raise the water. There we go. Here's the switch, was here to fill the area with water. Yeah, couldn't have guessed that. And now, once again, we can't actually walk past this. Luckily, there's nothing over there, but it's just kind of an interesting detail. But we'll just walk back over here, and then this will let us go across this little bridge. Again, not really a very tricky room, but, you know, it's here. There we go. Gonna get into an encounter right before I press the switch. Sure, whatever. Just some Krill Hounds, nothing too terrible. Just gonna Lambda Burst them and they'll go away. Yeah, at this point, I think we've seen pretty much all of the new encounters we're gonna get. There are a couple of stationary encounters that we can still encounter. Or a couple of static encounters, I should say. Kind of like how when we fought the Magma Tikis in the Temple of Corinne, those were tied to treasure chests. There are some static encounters in here as well, just like how those were. I forgot to skip this. I'm not going to make you watch it. Okay, let's just press the switch. This will, once again, continue filling this other room with water. Yeah, it's not the most complex of water puzzles, it's really more of a find all the switch puzzle. Because there's not an order that you need to do this in or anything. You don't need to raise and lower the water at all. It's just gotta fill the pool with water. That's it. That's all there is to it. Technically, it looks like I should be able to go down there right now, but I don't think it'll actually let me. Regardless, I kind of want to go this way anyway, just to check out what's over here. There we go, just some krill hounds, nothing to really worry about. We can just lambda burst those guys to death. Alright, we get a little bit of a different kind of room now, some new scenery. This is a lot less of temple and a lot more of inside of dormant volcano, which is pretty cool. I like how they have these two sort of separate-ish areas. Tempted to go that way first, but I've already started over here, so let's keep going this way, I guess.